So now we are entering the common bedroom or maybe the guest bedroom, whatever you're comfortable in calling. So this is the second bedroom, and here we are. Now this bedroom is a very cozy one because the size of the flat is a compact one. So in Mumbai, normally the challenge what we have is the flats are very compact. And अब compact flats and सब कुछ बिठाना है. We want a bed, we want a wardrobe, we want a moving space. So it was a bit challenging. So also, as I told you, the main crux of this flat was to balance the principal old furniture with a blend of a new furniture. So now in this bedroom, the client was again a bit particular about using some trending shades, not the typical shades which ideally, which we normally use while, designing a flat for a senior age couple, right? So here, because this was a common bedroom or maybe this was a guest bedroom, requirement was to again have a pop of colors. So as I told you, the bed is an old bed. Again, the beds are in veneer. Since the beds are old, polishing the veneer is also a challenge because when we were polishing, there were some peeling which was happening in the veneer, and again to balance that was a big challenge. So what we have done here was what you see here. I will start with the bed. The bed is the old bed which they already had. Both the beds in both the bedrooms are in absolutely very hygienically strong conditions. So the only thing what we need to emphasize was on the polishing. Now this bed was relatively newer in comparison to the bed in the master bedroom. So here pe, there were the challenges with regards to polishing were very minimal. Now here, because the requirement was to have a good circulation space throughout the bedroom, what you see here, if you can just see, there's a circulation space where I'm walking now. Then this again, this area also we have a good circulation space, and again we have a wider circulation space here. So now I had to again balance with giving them a proper storage. So now proper storage was to be distributed on either side of the beds, but again we wanted side tables. So what we have done here is, if you see, there is a split. This is a side table, again followed by a deeper drawer for storage. Again on the top, I have gone for G7 because I wanted to maintain a little bit of a rustic look with using some natural elements. So G7 comes under semi natural stone. So again, the shade is white, so it becomes very, very, very sober. With regards to using the stone rather than going for any color, white again gives a subtleness, and also white gives you an elegance. Now here the laminate, if you see, this is again a blue, Edred blue what we have used. This laminate is again by Merino. Now here I've gone for a rattan effect by using a laminate by Royal Touch. So now here, this is again a textured one. So if you look it, even if you look it closely, you won't make it out. It is not the real rattan. But yes, from the maintenance front, I have gone for a laminate because it becomes easier from the cleaning and day-to-day handling purposes. The handles, what you see, are again black, and it has if you just see it, it has a twist which gives a different add-on to the entire aesthetic of the wardrobe. Now this is a long section which is again divided as internally with different shelves based on their requirement. So this is again a part of a wardrobe, and then followed by a loft. So again here what is happening is, rather than giving a wardrobe at one place, I have gone for a staggered wardrobe. So यहाँ पर you have a side table, you have a proper side table, you have a proper place to rest your things. You have your electrical connection in place so that it becomes easier while sleeping to access, to charge your phone or maybe any gadget if you want. Even the lights are distributed, so you don't have to move, you don't have to again, while sleeping you can access your fan, you can access your lights, you can have the soft light. So this is how the electrical also was balanced. The electrical, what we have gone here, the switches are by Legrand, and wires, so yes, definitely we go for polycab wires. So electrical was completely brand new. So electrical wise, yes, because the flat is going to be used by senior citizen. I was a bit particular in giving them the add-ons which are required at particular at this moment of you know when you have an age group, when you have to design a room for kids, the requirements, the parameters are different. When it is senior citizens, again the parameters are different. So everything designed in this room is as per that conditions, keeping in mind. Now as we move here, you see this is a passage. uh, I should thank my client because she was very clear that what she wanted. Principally, I had suggested to have a wallpaper here, on this bigger wall, but she was like, no, I don't want wallpaper. I don't want any texture. I just want a plain white, because she was very clear into maintaining the room elegance wise. So we have gone for a plain white, plain wall. The shade which is used here is absolute white in this room. And again, this is a small ledge which we have given because there is no dresser as such in the room. What we have here is a is a long mirror. Now this mirror is from IKEA. We sourced it from IKEA because there were other options also, but then this was an option which we were getting the rounded edges, and we had a curve at the top. Also, the color was to be maintained in this bedroom was a black. So everything was getting sufficed, and that is how we sourced it from IKEA. Now, because it's a dresser, it's not a dresser, but it's a mirror. So this is a ledge which acts as a partial dresser. So you can keep your things here while getting ready. Also, if you see, there is a good amount of space, in the periphery. So what happens is, if you want to drape a sari, or if you want to have some space while getting ready, so you have that breathable space here. Now behind me again, here you see it is a two-door wardrobe, but yes, there is a split because of the side table. Since we wanted a side table, so this is the storage below the side table. This is the top, again by G7, and then again here I have one shutter, and then this is again a long shutter for the storage, and on the top we have the loft. So the entire square feet consumption of the storage got sufficed, number one. Number two, the provision of having two side tables on either side of the bed also got sufficed. Number three, the space, moving space, is at the peak in this room. So, room wise, everything regarding storage is a tick, decor is a tick, and maintaining elegance and maintaining that warmth of the room is also achieved. So, false ceiling, if I have just forgotten about the false ceiling also again is flat, because the entire flat I've gone for full flat false ceiling, except for the living room, which I'll be showing you in some time now. So both the bedrooms we have gone for flat false ceiling, and the lights are again by Philips, fans are by Atomberg, and yes, furnishing is again mixed. There are multiple brands which we have used here. So to name a few, it's difficult because there are a lot many brands which we have used here, depending on the blend of the client and my choices. So that's it from my end for this bedroom. I hope you enjoyed seeing the design and the decor of this room. As always, for me, the priority is functionality. Aesthetics become secondary, because day to day rehna hai. It is a home, it is a house, it's not a hotel room. So yes, for me, while designing, my priority is majorly on the functionality. Thank you so much.